Hello, I'm back once again. I never know how to start my videos. I never really have a script. I don't really do that. I just talk. So hopefully I'm able to say everything in this video that I want to say. Um, I mean, it's not some profound thing. I think it's just something that's interesting to me. Something I've actually thought about a lot. Um, you know, I don't know how I feel about talking about a lot of YouTubers. And I'm not here to. I'm just talking about an experience, and if it involves somebody, what can I do about it? But yeah. So today I was gonna talk about H3H3, but before that, I think it's morphin time. Alcoholic. You ever take a shit in a Big Mac container? Just kidding. I'm not gonna do the whole video hammered, but now that the cringe is over, yeah. So I showed up way late to the H3H3 party, you might say. Um, when I discovered, I say discovered like I'm the one that found him, right? No, when I came across, no, when I found his YouTube channel, that's less disgusting. Let's see, he had made the last video was, let me find it. It was right before the little bit where they 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 took a break. They took a break for like 3 months. Um, I can't think of talk. Just a second. Okay, so when I found the H3H3 Productions channel, the last video that they had updated at that time, I believe, was the shooting with iDubbbz video, and that is 3 years ago. Okay. Um, And when I found this channel, I went down the rabbit hole with H3H3. I watched every single video on that channel. And then I found the Ethan and Hila channel. And I watched every single video on that channel. I spent many days watching these. And I usually watch them when I do my workouts. I don't really listen to music when I work out. I watch YouTube. And Ethan's and Hila's videos were a big part of my exercise routine. I would put on H3 videos and work out and just have a blast. And I got a a trust for Ethan, and I was watching these videos, and you see Ethan talking about things, and he seemingly thinks about things the way a rational person should. And you're watching these other videos, like, I can't believe people upload this stuff to YouTube. Much like my videos, people probably watch and be like, I can't believe this old ass uploads this crap to YouTube. But, I'd watch it and I'd have a lot of fun. Just watching him make fun of stuff and goof on people and stuff. And, well, the thing about the time where I found that channel was, the best way I can describe it is, I show up late to the H3H3 party. I open the door, I go in, music's still on, people are still kind of having a good time, but the host of the party's not there. They seemingly gone. And I started asking around, like, hey, where's H3H3 at? Where are they at? And people are like, oh, they've been gone for like 3 months. We haven't seen them, and then, I'm still hanging out at the party a little bit and, having a good time. And then I noticed people are starting to get angry at the host. People aren't very pleased with the host of the party anymore, and I see some videos starting to come out about how the host is maybe a hypocrite, or he's just maybe not a good person. And I start hearing people talk and say these at the party. I'm like, what are you talking about? This guy seems like a really cool guy. I don't understand why you're so displeased. And and then there's a knock at the door. And they open the door, and it's the host of the party. But he's just here to sell you something. A mobile game. And then people got really mad. And they started leaving the party. And then after that, some time passes and they upload some new videos. Like they had an update, but then the revolutionary AI vape video. I was so excited to see that come back. To see him come back and make a video. At the time, I'm still a fan of the channel. I still see other people's videos on him. But I start, I watch the video. I think it's a funny video, and he makes new videos, and a couple he releases a good bit, and then he starts talking about just some things that are stupid that happen, and then they announce they're pregnant with their first child, and then Rice Gum does some stupid stuff, and then they start making fun of some other stuff that happens. And then Ethan makes his Instagram versus reality video. People were not very happy about that. So more people at the party are angry. Seemingly, it's half and half now almost. Some people are mad and some people are still having a good time. And I'm just really confused at this point. And then, well, obviously the Keemstar videos, and so time progresses, and I'm still watching the videos and having a good time, trying to find all the old ones that I haven't seen yet. And then they switch basically right over to the podcast, and they continue with that, full steam ahead. And I'm watching, I usually would watch the podcast, not live, but I would watch the uploads while I worked out. It was a long video. My workouts are usually 2.5 to 3 hours. It filled up a lot of time. So I was able to watch those. But then I kind of found myself recently not watching, or only watching the highlights channel. And more people getting upset with Ethan. And see, this is where it sucks to show up late I wish I could have been a part of the Ethan Bradbury experience when that video first came out. I wish I could have been on that joke. I wish I could have been part of the Reddit at that time, posting memes and making memes. I showed up so late that everything iconic that happened with that channel has gone way before I showed up. The Vape Nation, the Ethan Bradbury videos, all that stuff, I was just late to. And when I was becoming a fan, at the same time, other people were becoming not a fan anymore. So then some time passes, and Ethan, his I don't know if his audience changed, or some maybe people thought he had ideas that they did, and then he realized they didn't, and he started leaning one way or the other more, and then recently it seems like everything he does, people try to just call him out for it all the time. And it gets to a point where, you make an apology. Whether or not you think somebody should be making apologies, that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about cancel culture and all that stuff. I'm just talking about the experience I had finding something I thought was amazing. The best thing I've ever found. I loved that channel. Everything they made I thought was gold. And then I just got a little disappointed because the videos I would watch weren't the current Ethan. The Ethan that was on the podcast was a little different than the Ethan in the videos, but they weren't. He wasn't quite that different. But as time went on, it's like Ethan somehow became 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 um like what's the word? Out of touch is what I was looking for. A little out of touch, and some of his views and takes seemed a little just off. And the thing with Ethan, I heard another YouTuber say this, is he has almost a childlike curiosity about him. And sometimes it seems like he has legitimate questions in his head, but when he asks them, it just doesn't sound good. Like, it just, maybe there's certain things that everybody wonders that we just don't ask because we know how it sounds. And it's like Ethan doesn't have that filter, or he thinks it's just making a good podcast, but somehow it comes off as him just being rude or ignorant or something. I don't know. And it's like somehow his audience has become this group of people that are just waiting for him to screw up. And they're just waiting for him to say the next thing that seems disassociated with what he used to be. And it's almost like sometimes I feel like old Ethan would make videos making fun of the new Ethan, if that makes sense. But I'm not Ethan, and I haven't lived the life of Ethan. And maybe the Ethan now looks back on the old Ethan thinking, wow, what an immature asshole that guy was. Or maybe he feels like, yeah, my old me would have made fun of who I am now, but who I am now feels better than who I felt like before, if that makes sense. This video is not supposed to be an essay about Ethan and what has changed with the channel and all that. It's supposed to be about me finding this channel and seeing something at the time that I never saw before. I never saw anything that funny. I never saw somebody just finally think like a person should think, like with common sense. And you see some cringy stuff on there, and you're like, man, like, ugh, how can you post that? Much like my videos. And he would notice it, and he would recognize it, and he felt like one of us. And then the more time went by, I felt like the Ethan on the H3 videos was a different person than the person that was on the podcast. And I kind of always had hope that the H3 Productions channel would come back, but it can't. It just can't. The way YouTube is now, you can't sit and talk and make fun of people like you used to be able to. Um, Even if it's well deserved and somebody does something really stupid, that it's okay to goof on them. I'm not here to say I don't think people should be bullied. I don't think people should be bullied. I feel like if you do something goofy, you should be allowed to be goofed on. I don't think certain people should be bullied, especially if you're mentally handicapped or you're unaware of yourself. I don't think you should be made fun of, really. At least not publicly. I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes you a bad person to do that anyway. I don't know. That's not what I'm here to talk about. Um, I'm here to just to say I guess I'm just kind of sad that the H3 I found was at the end when I first found it, and I thought I found something new, and it turns out it was dying when I found it, and it's just a shame. And it's got to be hard for Ethan to have a podcast and know that every time it ends, there's going to be people mad at him, posting stuff, and I think that's why he's making those comedic apologies. Um, just because of how the audience are, and it's weird too because there's some YouTubers they're almost they seem immune to it. Like they have such a reputation, and people know them so well for not giving a shit what people think that they're almost uncancelable. Like kind of like iDubbbz back in the day. I know now he doesn't associate pretty much with anything that he used to do, but like, how could you cancel somebody that is so blatantly unapologetic? You know what I mean? Like, so everybody could be like, "Oh, fuck this guy," but he doesn't care. And once you are so well known for not caring, how do you cancel somebody like that? I don't know. I don't think they should be. I don't think somebody should be canceled maybe unless they do something really, really bad. Like that maybe involves kids or just really messed up stuff. Like I don't think people's careers should be ruined just because maybe they say something stupid and they regret it. And people do learn and they grow. That's the process of life. You say something stupid, you might think something stupid, you get called out for said stupid thing. You reflect on it. Perhaps you learn from it, you grow from it, and you move on with your new knowledge of why you were in such hot water for the way you used to think. I don't know. Um, yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say. I don't want this video to go too long. I wish I could have been a part of the fun times instead of discovering something at the end of it when everybody's already mad. And I almost felt stupid for being a fan because everybody's like, oh, he's so out of touch. He's not the Ethan he used to be. And I'm sitting here, like I don't understand why everybody don't like you. And I felt I felt weird. It's hard to. It's like when you're friends with somebody and they do something super messed up, and you're like, what do I do? Am I supposed to be your friend now, or do I have to not be your friend? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I hope he has a good career and everything goes well. I'm not. This video isn't made to hate on him or anything like that. It's just an experience I had that I've actually thought about a lot. And this can happen with any YouTube channel. You find it at the end of it, but there's something unique about this one. Because I connected with it so much. It was my favorite YouTube channel, and for some reason, everything Ethan did to me felt like it was just on point. It was true, it made sense, and the only reason I'm focusing on him is because it's my personal experience. This is the first time I've truly found something and kind of walked in on the party winding down, not realizing the party was winding down. And it was a very weird experience. And I'm sure it'll happen again. I'm sure it's happened to you. You find something and you finally think you found something cool and you find out it's not what you thought it was. And I don't think Ethan's a bad guy. I think he just has a weird curiosity about him, and sometimes he doesn't know when to not say certain things. I really don't think he's a bad guy, but I think he's kind of there's something about him. I feel like if you were to hang out with him, there's almost like an invisible wall keeping you from connecting as two actual regular people. Where it's like you're always going to be bouncing off his wall, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think that's enough for today. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about talking about other YouTubers in my videos. Um, it's just something I've thought about a lot, and I don't know. I guess maybe has anybody else had that same experience with this channel with H3? I'd like to maybe hear other people's experience, and how you guys feel. You guys. I like if anybody watches this, but we're almost 20 minutes in, so if you are the one person that watched my video, I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night or whenever you watch this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.